Okay, Dash, this is, I think rather than giving you a list of 20 or 12 things to do, I'm going to go over page by page so that we can get each one working correctly and then go to the next page, because we got a number of changes that I have to have done, and I think to tell you all of them is just overwhelming. So let's just start off with the very first page of the form. And actually the only thing I have is just a few changes to be made at the top half of the page. From check any problems you have ever had, been diagnosed as having, from here on down, everything is fine. But let's first of all go through number one, the tab sequence. Now when I start here, I tab, that's good, good. It should go to address, it does. City, state, zip, home phone, cell, work. Then it allows me to check AT&T, Sprint, Verizon, T-Mobile, Metro, and then you jump from Metro PCS to other, you skip Virgin Mobile. That should tab there, then to other. Now when I tab from here, goes employer, and then it goes to Virgin Mobile, but it should go from employer to occupation, which it jumps from here to Virgin Mobile down to here, and it shouldn't do that. Then it goes to email address, name, birth date, are you pregnant, yes or no, sign, add, my web. In other words, it tabs correctly to here, then here, good, yes, no, when, doctor's name, yes, no, and then that I got to get that out of there. But from there it tabs to there, there, there. Are you pregnant, yes or no? So the only thing we've got a problem with is up here as far as the flow goes. That's the first thing we have to have corrected. Okay, now we're going to start off with the check boxes in this row here. If I check here, it doesn't, in other words, I want only one of these to be able to be checked. So if I check here, I want it to be able to flick. In other words, let me explain myself. I want it to be able to work like the ladies. If I check yes, see, it flicks on and off. With all of these in this line, I want it to be like it was. If I check AT&T, it blanks all the rest of these out. If I check Verizon, or now if I check T-Mobile, it should blank out all of these. Am I making myself clear? Hopefully. So I want it to go back to the idea that no matter which one I check in here, it blanks out all the rest, and you can leave other, you can just leave that box active. Okay, maybe we're kind of going backward, but I don't like the way this is doing that. Then we basically same way go down here, the sign, that's good. All these can be active, just leave these alone, that's fine. Friend or relative, we'll leave those alone. Okay. Chiropractic before, yes. If it's yes, then these are active, which that is correct. Doctor's name, that's active, that is correct. But if I click no, then these are inactive, which that is correct, so that's good. So that's either yes or no. Okay, but see, notice when I check yes, then if I flick no, that erases that. But if I check yes here, it leaves that check mark there. That's got to turn off. If, in other words, I want either one of these to work just like this. Okay, all right. So if I check yes or no, it should turn the other one off. Now if I go back to yes, that should shut no off. And if I do check yes, then these right here should be active, which it is. Okay. Let me erase this. So if I check no, then they're inactive, which is correct. Okay, the only thing I want to do it is make it where either one of these will check on and off. Okay, and if that's a problem, you can leave these active if you have to. Where you have, in other words, if you had chiropractic before, then it's either if they check yes, then were you happy with the deceased treatment? I want these two boxes to work just like are you pregnant or aren't you? Okay, that makes sense. And if it's yes, then this should be inactive, which it is. If it's no, if I check no here, that should turn yes off. Okay. And then these should be active, which it is. That's correct. But see, what happens is you have to physically turn these off. I don't want that to work that way. I want it to go if you check one or the other. Okay. And then are your symptoms or complaint due to an auto accident? I want to have this where either one or the other works, not both. If it's yes, it's not no. If it's no, that turns yes off. Okay? If we can make those changes, hang on just one second. Okay, if we can make those changes that I just went over, this page 1 will be done. So again, I just want the tab order correctly. I want it where only one of these check boxes are active, and they turn on and off, like are you pregnant? If it's yes, see how that turns that one off? If a person checks AT&T, none of these others are working. But if they happen to come in and click on Verizon 2, that will shut all the rest of these off. So as it is right now, you have to physically turn them off. I want it to be like it was to be the last time, or the first revision, I'm sorry. Same thing through here. Well, actually, these here can all be working. So I don't want to keep confusing you. Those are the changes that need to be made to this half of the first page. And I'm going to stop right there because I don't want to continue on and confuse matters. So let's just get page 1 working correctly. When you have the revisions done, send it back to me and I'll go over it, and we'll go to the next page that needs to be changed. Thank you.